Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Tech Team Charles channel, where we're going to tinker and learn. Today's lesson, we're going to do MS VBA Excellence, a basic Excel VBA macro. Um, so let's get it. So first things first, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Share the video with a friend. Be sure to like the video. It all helps the algorithm, and all that we thank you for what you do. And then we'll start with the intro. Okay. So, all right. So basically, if you're interested, we have a access database system for grocery shopping that I created. It's called Grocery.net Access System 2016 database system. If you would like to get a copy of it for yourself, you can, get one at grocerydynamite.com. And if you need any questions, you can email info at grocerydynamite.com. It requires Office 2016 Professional Plus or better. All right, some of the first steps we're going to do is we're going to first enable the developer menu in the Excel application options section. To do so, we would have to click customize ribbon tab and be sure the developer section is good for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get ready and do that. So we're going to get ready. We're going to get our Excel thing ready. So here I am, and in my Excel screen, and basically, if you notice, there is no developer options up here for the tab, right? So in our thing, what we would do is we would go to options, and then we would go to customize ribbon, and then we would go down here, and you see that the developer, like everything else that we see on up here, is checked. If we were to uncheck it, it would disappear, right? So we will want to click developer. And as soon as we click OK, the developer tab appears. So that's what we do, right? Okay. So now, what I want us to do now is we check to see that the developer tab appeared. And now we're going to do the Visual Basic. We're going to click the Visual Basic button for the VBA editor. All right. So without further ado, I'll get us there. All right. So when we click developer, we get the Visual Basic editor by clicking Visual Basic. And then in this, what you could do is you could insert modules and things like that, doing such that like that. Um, and then what we want to do is, let's see here. We want to go and we're going to add a button to a sheet to call the macro. That's what we're going to do next. Okay. All right. So we're going to add a button to the sheet to call a macro. All right. Good deal. All right. So in this sheet, before we even start, when you open, you get a new blank workbook. One of the first things you should do is you should do a save as. So I would go to like this PC or wherever I save my stuff at, and then I would say book whatever, and whatever you want to name the file, T4 whatever blah. But be sure to if you're doing macro in the workbook, you want to use the Excel macro enable workbook for the file type. Then you would save your work, and there you go. All right. So we were adding a button. So to add a button, you would just like simply like go here and you would just add a button. And we have no macro to assign. So if that's the case, we would just click OK. Okay. Now, what we want to do next is we could say we rename the button. You can rename it anything you want. And like I would say, just click one or something like that, anything you want to name it. And then we're going to go ahead and then we're going to proceed to write, say, our macro. And how we would do that is we would go say, um, we would say sub hello message box hello and sub. And it's a pretty simple macro. It's 3 lines of code, and the only thing it's going to do is it's going to give us a message box and tell us hello with the option to OK and click out of it, or X out of it and such. And that's the macro. The macro is beautiful because it's a tool that you can use to help you do lots of things that are repetitive and redundant that you don't necessarily want to be doing. So we're going to prepare our code, and all right. So I'm in the Microsoft Visual Basics for applications, Visual Basic window, and I would go sub hello and open parentheses, close parentheses, and then when you hit enter, it's gonna do the end sub for you, which is a beautiful thing. And then we would do message box space open quote hello exclamation mark close quote, and that would be our code as stated as advertised before. Now we'll go back to that button that we set up before, and we would click assign macro, and we assign a macro like that, and then we hit click. Now, oh, I misspelled something. So if you misspell something, the beautiful part of it is that it will tell you that you did something wrong, and it'll kind of give you a hint as to what you do, but it's not always the best at telling you. You have to kind of know what you're doing. So MSG, not MSD, would be the appropriate thing. And anytime you want to debug code, we'll cover debugging code later in the channel or something like that. But for this code, this is what we get. You get the option, you get the Microsoft Excel, and it gives you hello. That's exactly what I said verbatim. And you would click OK, and then we're done. And then, you would save your work and exit out of this program. And that's really it in a nutshell. So basically, essentially, that's what we did. That's our code. You can help support the channel if you are interested. If you need, everybody needs to go grocery shopping. If you want a tool to help you do some grocery shopping, Grocery Dynamite Access 2016 is your thing. It requires Microsoft Office 2016 Professional Plus or more greater, and you can get this database by going to grocerydynamite.com or info@grocerydynamite.com. Information will be in the information section of the video as well. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Share the video. Sharing is caring. Like the video also, and it all helps the algorithm. Thank you all for being a part of it. And with that, have a great day.